Turnout is absolutely crucial, and where people turn out is crucial, because Boris is favoured in the outer London suburbs and Ken is favoured in inner London. I think it's all about getting turnout. That's where the political machinery will come into play.
This time, with the three parties running the same candidates, three main parties running the same candidates again, and with a sort of mood in British politics which is a bit on the glum side, a bit anti-politics perhaps, I think I would personally expect the turnout to be lower than the 45% last time, perhaps nearer 40%. And that begs the question of which party does better if turnout's lower. Local elections in 2010, which were held in London on the same day, of course, as the general election, suggested a higher turnout was bad for the Conservatives and better for Labour. Now, whether a falling turnout would work the other way in a mayoral election, we'll only find out on election day.
I think that the recent debate about the tax scandal isn't really about tax affairs. It's actually about trust and doing what you do, not doing what you say you do. And I think it's just reminded people of the expenses scandal and a belief that many, many people have that politicians are first and foremost in it for themselves, not in it for us.
Whereas now we face tough economic times. The nation has, over recent years, gone into significant debt and is now having to work itself out of that. So the climate in which people are making their voting decision is quite different. And one of the things that weighs heavily on them is the economic circumstance, their own personal economic circumstance, cost of living, how can their life be better in the future. So they're thinking very much about financial considerations, the importance of the economy, the opportunity to have jobs. And in terms of trust, voters want to have someone in whom they can believe, who can, in these tough times, deliver for them. So trust as an influence on their vote is increasingly important. Well, policies, I think, are the prism through which people assess you as a candidate. So voters use policy to make a judgment about a candidate's values, priorities, trustworthiness. They don't always vote for a particular policy, but more for what those policies say about the candidates that are on offer.
We're in a time of austerity. We've got public cuts, public sector cuts coming through. We've got an economy that's bumping along the bottom. We've got high unemployment in London. You know, Londoners need help. They need a roll your sleeves up and get on with it mayor, not a roll your trousers up and go on holiday mayor.